Mr. Speaker, the attacks in Israel last weekend shocked the world. Over 1,400 people murdered, one by one, over 3,500 wounded, almost 200 taken hostage. The elderly, men, women, children, babes in arms, murdered, mutilated, burned alive. We should call it by its name. It was a pogrom. Mr. Speaker, the families of some of the missing are in the public gallery today. We call for the immediate release of all hostages. Yeah. And I say to them, we stand with you, we stand with Israel. Yeah. The murdered and the missing come from over 30 countries, including the United Kingdom. The terrible nature of these attacks means it is proving difficult to identify many of the deceased. But with a heavy heart, I can inform the House that at least 6 British citizens were killed. A further 10 are missing, some of whom are feared to be among the dead. We are working with Israel to establish the facts as quickly as possible, and we are supporting the families who are suffering unimaginable pain. Israel was founded not just as a homeland for the Jewish people, but as a guarantor of their security, to ensure that what happened to the Jewish people in the Holocaust could never happen again. Through its strength and resilience, Israel gradually achieved some of that longed-for security, despite the strategic threats on their borders, including Hezbollah in the north, with Iran at their back. They normalized relations with the UAE and Bahrain through the Abraham Accords and moved towards normalizing ties with Saudi Arabia, steps that not long ago were thought unthinkable. One reason why this attack is so shocking is that it is a fundamental challenge to any idea of coexistence, which is an essential precursor to peace and stability in the region. Mr. Speaker, the question is, how should we respond? I believe we must support absolutely Israel's right to defend itself, to go after Hamas, take back the hostages, deter further incursions, and strengthen its security for the long term. This must be done in line with international humanitarian law, but also recognizing that they face a vicious enemy that embeds itself behind civilians. This atrocity was an existential strike at the very idea of Israel as a safe homeland for the Jewish people. I understand why it has shaken you to your core, and I am sickened that anti-Semitic incidents have increased since the attack. We are doing everything that we can to protect you. We are providing an additional £3 million for the Community Security Trust to protect schools, synagogues, and other Jewish community buildings. And we are working with the police to ensure that hate crime and the glorification of terror is met with the full force of the law. I know the whole House will support this and join me in saying unequivocally, we stand with the Jewish community.